G'day mate, and welcome to episode 9 of our definitive guide to Factorio, and please flamethrower fuel. Excellent. So we've now got flamethrower fuel, which probably means I should craft a flamethrower, but today's episode we're doing one goal. Well, we're going to try and fit in 3, but one goal. Today I want to make explosives. I want to make cliff explosives. I want to remove all these cliffs that are in our bus, which means we can finally run the other belts through our bus and like tidy it up and neaten it up. At the same time, we're going to need to extend green circuits by a lot, and I'd really like to get red circuits in. It's going to have to go here because this is the first blank spot of the bus that I left, and then hopefully get chemical science. Like that's a wish and a dream. At the moment, I'm just going to settle for trying to get explosives up and running. Explosives. Right there. Require sulfur, water, and coal. So I'm intentionally building it right the way up here, and I'm also building it right beside our coal line. Quite intentionally. I want you to do actually sulfur. And I want to put you over a tile. I don't think I need to actually. Also, the ratio for this is from memory 1 to 8. You produce 2 sulfur per whatever second. You use 1 sulfur. It takes 4 seconds crafting time. So yeah, I can do 1 to 8. So with that out of the way, straight pipe. Whole bunch of straight pipe. Of course, power poles are always in the way. That's always the case in Factorio. Wherever you decide to put something, there's guaranteed to be a power pole in the way eventually. Bring it over here to where our water is. We want another offshore pump, which is that type of pump, not the other type of pump. Bring that in there, straight pipe in there. That's our water. We want 8 long-handed inserters. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow inserters will work. 1, 2. Ooh. And we have to take explosives out the rear. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I'll handcraft them rather than going and picking them up. We want to take in our sulfur. We'll put a fast inserter on you. I don't think I need a fast inserter, but we'll put a fast inserter on there anyway. That'll output our sulfur. Now, I am choosing to output sulfur rather than pulling it off our one chemical plant that's dumping onto the bus, because if I took it off this, it meant if my blue science was running and potentially my explosives at the same time, I wouldn't have enough sulfur at all. So I'd prefer to have 2 separate sulfur machines for the just in case. It does mean I need to get petroleum, and I can't. So we remember from last time we have our little markers out here for this is the size of the blueprint. So I can't just take it out the top, because I know in the future I'm going to be putting other stuff up there. So I need to take my petroleum out the side, which is a little bit frustrating, but, you know, we'll deal with what we have to deal with. It's still potentially in the way. No, it should be fine, I think. That's too far. And I always forget to put in the corner pipes, so we'll put that in really quick. And then let's grab a pipe and we'll run it this way back. Alright, so after this pipe's gone in, we just need power, and then we need to actually start crafting cliff explosives, because like I said, I desperately want cliff explosives. I want all the cliffs to go away permanently. So with that in there, we're going to handcraft all the power poles till I finally run out of wood. Okay, that's that done, that's that done. That's the output. We're going to start making explosives. Cliff explosives require explosives, they require empty barrels, and they require grenades. That is the simplest recipe ever. So, we want an assembler. You're going to make cliff explosives. We want another assembler. You're going to make empty barrels, because we need to shove everything into something before we pull the pin and make it go boom. We're going to have you input into there, you input in there. You just need steel. Rather than me putting down a box or something and automating, I'm literally just going to dump 100 steel into the machine. Okay, that'll make 100 barrels. 100 barrels will make 100 cliff explosives. That seems like a really good value number. We do need a box to input grenades. And a box for output. Now, I will show you this because it's one mistake that many people make. If you hold down control and click... Oh, it changed! Okay. Nobody... Well, in the past, if you held down grenades and you... Oh, there we go. So I clicked rather than control clicked. And I threw a grenade rather than putting in a grenade. Little bit of a mistake. I'm not repairing any of that. I don't care. We're going to take out one cliff explosive. That's all we've got. Why so few? Because you need 10 explosives. You know what? You would definitely benefit from a fast inserter. And they take how long to craft? 8 seconds. A long time. Alright, we got a couple of cliff explosives at least. Alright, so that means we can start going and doing something about the bus at the same time, because that didn't take long at all. We're going to hate the nighttime thing, but so I asked in the last video, what's your guys' opinion on nighttime, and should we just press the button and make sure nighttime goes away? And unfortunately that video doesn't go live for another 4 hours, so I don't know what the answer was. Boom. 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 It was enough. Barely enough, but it was enough. Okay, so that tidies up that mess, which means we can run some straight belts, which is a nice change. It also means that goes there. You go down. We replace that, pick up all of that, put that belt in there, we put that, copy, paste, paste, and I'm going to run, I know it's a fake bus, but that's fine, we're going to run it back to there to start with. Cat, can you stop? There's a cat in the background. There's several cats in the background. Okay, so that's that done. Oh, it also means I can tidy up this finally, because I'm not going around cliffs anymore. And we can drag the copper belts through to wherever. The copper belts actually, no, I'm going to drag them as far as I possibly can, because I really want to empty those smelters. So I don't really worry, I'm not worried at all about buffering crap on the belts. I'd like to buffer crap on the belts. I'd like to get it out of the smelters. Okay, with that out of the way. This is where we're going to put our next blueprint, which will be red circuits. Okay, red circuits is a horrible build. It's a very long build. In fact, oh, sorry, try again. Again, I'll link up to my tileable blueprints up the top right hand corner. It is potentially 5 of these in length. It's potentially that long. It is an extremely long build. Alright, so first things first, we'll start running the belt up. I'm not going to get all of this built in one episode. We don't need all of this built in one episode. We do need to have research running. Why is research not running? Let's get cars. Let's get portable solar panels. Let's get stack inserters. Let's get landmines. Now that we have explosives, let's get refined flammables. So we can get extra fire damage. We might also add some rockets to our list. Yep. And then, you know what? We'll throw trains on the end. Okay. So. Yeah, that's all the belt I've got. Alright, so I need to get more belt. I'm going to need more assemblers. I'm going to need more belt, more assemblers. All the belts. We'll grab half a stack of splitters. I don't need undergrounds. We're going to need all the inserters. All the other inserters. We're going to need 100. I've got 41. We're going to need all the assembly machines, and then my inventory says it's full and quits. What can I dump stone in? Absolutely nothing. I can do that. Okay, so we're going to convert the stone in our inventory over to landfill because we can. Power poles. Are the power poles a problem? No. Okay, we're going to get an upgrade planner. We're going to change over medium power poles to small power poles. And we're going to do the whole blueprint. Yes. Okay, so. More trees in the way. So, we're going to have to get this blueprint up and running. Like I said, I don't, well, We might be able to get this up and running, but I doubt we're going to be able to get this up and running and chemical science in one episode, because there's a lot of building to be done. And my inventory just filled up with trees as well. Okay, so I also needed plastic, which is all the way back there with more trees in the way. Okay, so we'll leave that for 1 minute. My inventory is super full. Am I going to dump stuff on the ground? Not yet. Alright, so I do need green circuits to be brought along. Oh, that could be a problem. Alright, so we're going to pick up that, pick up that, pick up that, pick up that. Nope, inventory hasn't exploded yet. Good. That's got to go out of the way. That has to go out of the way as well. There we go. There's the point. The inventory is full. Alright, copper. You guys accept copper. Have some copper. Yellow ammo. I don't want that in my inventory anymore. That's one full chest. Iron. You guys accept iron. That's about as good as we're going to get. Okay, we'll pick up those. We'll underground that. We'll physically take the brick and we'll shove it in that machine. Okay, we're still good so far. I'm going to put that power pole there, that power pole there. Keep running these belts. What did I say about always power poles being in the way? This whole line of power poles. It's fine. You guys just move up a few tiles, please. There we go. Okay, so red circuits. Red circuits require three things. They require me to actually put down the assemblers. There we go. We'll get the first row built. Whoops. There we go. First row built at least. So they require a copper cable, electronic circuits, and plastic bars. Okay. So first thing I'm going to tag in is going to be the electronic circuits, because that's the first belt I can access, which we're going to bring right down the middle. Okay. That belt continues on for a very long distance. We need a full belt. Well, this is built around doing a full belt of green circuits. Okay, so it will output a significant amount. Next thing it needs copper to make the copper cable. So we're going to again drag this belt down the outside. Copper cable machines are there. It means we need to put copper into this build. That goes there. That's off by a tile. Copper comes into here with one of them, output priority right, copy, paste. Okay, so I'll get copper into the build. Now, okay, so let's get these done. Inserter. Now, whoop, we can do the ones in the opposite direction. I should put the power poles in first. And we'll get that belt in, so we can at least get a partial build up and running. Power, I need to hook up to actually the mains. There we go. Okay, inserter. Oh, player in the way. Inserter. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Alright, power poles. Oh, technically it means we're going to need power poles on the other side as well. Okay. You're short. You need to go to there, to there, to there. Alright, then you've got to be the plastic belt, which we're going to drag up to... It's above that, isn't it? Yes. Plastic. Run that whole belt along to right here. Alright. This is why I have an abundance of small power poles, because I keep chopping down every tree I can see. Alright, we're going to run you back to our plastic, which is miles away, of course. But if we get plastic running, that should be everything we need to get red circuits at least started. Trees. There we go. And I'm going to run the second belt as well, because long term there will be a second belt here. the research is flying past, and we still don't have chemical science up and running. Really? There's 2 trees in the way? Okay, so that's plastic when it eventually decides to roll its way down here. So, the way this build works, I'll try and explain it as we go, is it inputs... So, it inputs our plastic, being this belt. It also inputs the green circuits from the far belt. Okay. Where's my copper? What'd I do? Have the underground face the wrong way? Yeah, have the underground face the wrong way. There we go. It also inputs the copper all the way down here at the rear. Okay. Don't forget, all these machines need copper. So it inputs copper here with the long hand inserters, then outputs the copper cable here, which it then uses to drag back up the belt. Okay. A little bit of an odd way of doing things, but it's designed that way so we can, when everything gets to the end of the belt, we can then filter the belt to pull the red circuits off and leave everything else on the belt. That's our output right there. Let's get these inserters in. So it's an out, 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 and out. That's in, and in. We can put down those two, give you guys power, and we can see this in action. So we're going to output our copper cable, which is going to side load onto the left-hand side of the belt. We do know from previous experience that our inserters like to grab from the close side, and they like to put stuff on the far side. So hopefully when one of these guys, probably this guy is going to be the first one. Yep, when he's outputs, he's going to output on the far side of the belt, like so, which is then going to travel up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use some undergrounds to filter, because they... Can I zoom in? Hang on. Let's go with zoom. That's what I want. That's the debug menu under F4. Yes, it is F4. I'm not kidding you. So what we can do is, as we can see, this underground is completely closed on the shield, I guess. It's closed on the side. Because we're side loading into this one, okay, the shield gets half removed for one lane. So that means we can bring our red circuits out very cleanly, very efficiently, and very quietly. We can filter out our different things. Now, I could use a filter splitter. There's nothing to stop me. But honestly, I prefer doing it this way, okay? I really, really prefer doing it this way. It just makes my life a little bit easier. And it means I can, as I said, just filter items quickly and efficiently. Okay, so I need to get you to go to blue side. So what I want to do is I want to ignore the rules of the bus, and I'm going to put this here, because normally things flow down your bus, but I have a rare circumstance where I'm actually flowing something up the bus. So we're going to underground from there to there. Going to remove the ghost power pole. Remove these extra guns, which I don't need anymore. Put another underground here. And honestly, I want all the red circuits to actually flow up the bus for just a second, because I want to get chemical science up and running. We're going to bring in our sulfur there. Where did I leave the sulfur belt? Above. Okay. So sulfur only goes to one spot. That is chemical science. Okay. You don't need to take sulfur anywhere else. I'm not going to bother taking sulfur anywhere else. It's going to come in. It's going to join the bus. It's going to continue on the bus till it gets to this one point. And then rather than split it off and take the rest up the bus and, you know, so on and so forth, I'm just going to take it straight down. Okay. I'm just going to ignore the fact that, you know, in theory, I should take things further up the bus. Sulfur's one of those things I'm like, nope, that's it. You're going to terminate there. You don't need to go any further. Okay, so that's that belt. That's that belt. That's that belt. And that's that belt. Which we're going to curve up and down and around and bring that in there and that in there. That should get us sulfur. We've already got the red circuits. How are we doing for time? We're doing great. Okay, so that's that done. Now, I need to get engines up and running. Engines are going to require steel, which I've already brought over. God, I'm a genius. Gears. So again, find out where our gear belt is. Right there. Find some more undergrounds. I said I wouldn't need more undergrounds. Here I am needing more undergrounds. Oh, we've also got to get red circuits over this. Oh. So it does need to flow up the bus to 2 items. Okay. Technically I could take gears. No, we're not going to take gears off another build. We're going to do the right thing. We're going to build a pretty bus. After I go pick up undergrounds, not splitters. Good one, JD. Good one. Okay. Put a whole stack of those in there. Pick up the whole box full. Alright. Attempt number 3. Put in a splitter. Bring that down to there. Gears. Next off we need iron plate. Iron plate is a couple of belts higher. We want it to line up there, I believe. At least I hope. Otherwise I'm going to have to move everything forward or backward by a tile. No, it goes there. Thanks, game. Stop moving me. Okay, iron goes into there. Iron goes to one machine only. This is all set for tier 1 assemblers. We're now using tier 2 right across the board, so we'll just pop the tier 2s on top. Luckily enough, it auto changes the... it still keeps the recipe for us, so it still sets the recipe automatically, and we just get slightly better assemblers. So, that goes there, that goes there. That gives us our iron to there, our steel... Come on, steel belt. Power poles. All the power poles in the world. And our output power poles. Excellent. Okay, so we need to go inserter, more inserters, more inserters. More inserters, more inserters, even more inserters. So, the recipe for this, for engines, is steel plate, gears, and some pipe. Okay, nice, simple, not too complicated. Thanks, research. Alright, they're train stations, and they're train signals, and they're fluid wagons. All require about that much explanation. So we're going to do those so they're quick, so I can get back to building this. So, engines are nice and simple. Okay, we're already making gears on the bus, so we're bringing those in. We're making pipe on site, which is not inputting fast enough and not outputting fast enough. So, a couple of inserter upgrades, and we're done at the same time. Actually, I might just dump pipe into each of these so I have less pipe on me. Then we put in our longhand inserters, and away we go. So yeah, we're making pipe on site. We're bringing in, obviously, steel and gears off the bus. We're going to make our engines. We're going to drag them up and then back down. So I end up with a full belt's worth. And then chemical science. Again, a couple of inserters later. And we should be able to get chemical science up and running. Where's your... Well, your inserter got removed and replaced with power pole. They're done. They're done. They're done. They're done. Okay. And the belts are already run, so it's just a matter of lining up the output. And again, being our second tier of science, so we have our tier 1, our red and green. Then we have our military and our chemical science. As you can see, this one, it outputs 2 military science packs in the recipe. Chemical science, same story, outputs 2 chemical science packs in the recipe. So it's our tier 2 of science. It's going to output 2 packs every single time this cycles. And again, this is a perfectly ratioed build. Okay, you can go onto my you can go into my science video, I guess. I don't know. I can't remember what the video is called right this second. But I do have put up a video where it covers my big book of science, which is here, and it covers all the ratios and everything for all the different science packs. So that's our chemical science up and running. Next off we have... Oh, next off we have... I'm going to do a bad thing, mainly because I'm traveling up the bus. We're going to bring red circuits up the bus. I'm sort of regretting this the further I go. Okay, I'm definitely regretting this the further I go. We can put in just a couple of straight belt, and then we can bring it into our workshop. Now I obviously want to come to here, and I want to prioritize right, because I definitely want to make sure it goes to science first before it goes in the workshop. That's a very long belt. It's going to take a very long time to fill up. In the meantime, we might as well get more of this up and running. So belt, a lot of belts, Even more belts. How much belt did I bring? Not enough. And let's stand on the belt. Let's stand on the belt again. Maybe I didn't bring enough belt. Possibly. You don't have to go past there. You don't have to go past there. Looks like I brought enough belt. Yes. Replace the things that you destroy very quickly in case you forget what they were. Is that a tree? See what I mean? There's always trees in everything. Whoops. You don't have to go past there. So, at the end of this, that will fully consume both my plastic line and my green circuit line. So, it's something I need to be acutely aware of. Alright, power pole time. More power poles. More power poles. Okay, where else do I miss power poles? Technically I'm going to need power poles in all these. Let's put in these little strips of belt before I forget. Throw the assemblers down. There's cat combat going on in the background. 3 of the cats deciding to play at 9 PM at night. Oh, this is a lot of assemblers. How's our power doing? Not well. Alright, between episodes I might need to upgrade power again. Those ones, they're all done. Okay, so now it's just inserters, output. I want to get these guys live so they can start filling up the belt with copper cable. Actually, let's start the far end. Because the way this build works, I can put in copper cable at the end and it'll actually flow all the way down. Right the way back to the start. So we go power, inserters. If you guys can start inputting. Doesn't matter if you can't output. That's a later JD problem. Okay, input, out. It's not a very easy build to make. That much I will say. Okay. Let's go for the bad ways of doing things. Put you two down, put you two down, put you two down, put you down. We'll do the inside ones first. We're just going to need power there, and power there. Get those two done, and those two done. And then I can drag my yellow inserters from the top over the long hand inserter, over the power pole, over the other long hand inserter, and to there. So it just speeds up my construction a little bit. Same with the inputs. I'm going to go 4 inputs, 4 inputs, 4 inputs, and then I will hit R twice to reverse the inserter, and then do the outputs. So 4, 4, 4, rotate, put them down, put them down. This is one of those really long, not necessarily complicated builds, just one of those really long builds you're just going to have to build in Factorio. And they just take a moment to throw together. That one, and that means I can do those ones. Nope, that direction. And just do all the inputs, and then pick that one back up, pick that one back up, pick that one back up, do all the inputs. Oops. It's alright, it's the output anyway. Yeah, there are cats flying through the house. Okay, research. All right, so now we have chemical science up and running. So research. Now that we have chemical science unlocked, we should start off very first research, which we won't get to play with this episode, but it's going to be advanced oil processing. The reason is it requires 75 blue packs, which you needed, obviously, basic oil to get up and running. But advanced oil puts out, if done right, and I have a blueprint, we're going to be using it in the next episode, it basically doubles your petroleum output. Same time, it's going to unlock solid fuel. Solid fuel has, as we can see there, a fuel value of 12 megajoules, compared to coal, which only has a fuel value of 3 megajoules. But if I get solid fuel up and running, it means my power plant, which is all the way up here, which is perfectly fine, I could build a new power plant here, let's say. I could swap my power plant over from burning coal to burning, yeah, we've got power problems, I thought we would. So I can swap my power plant over from burning coal into burning solid fuel, which means technically, rather than having one belt of coal going in, I could build... Rather than having 3 power plants running on coal, I could have 1 power plant burning solid fuel. That's pretty much the best way to explain it. It's not going to make the boiler steam engine ratio any more efficient. It just means the fuel that goes in there burns 3 times longer. So therefore you only need 1/3 the amount of fuel. So hence, also it comes from oil, which is technically an infinite resource because these little thingies, oil splotches, oil spills, whatever you want to call them, never run out. Their percentage gets lower and lower and lower as the game continues, as you slowly drain them, but they never actually run out. So yes, swapping over solid fuel is a great idea. Anyway, where were we? We were doing power poles, it seems, because I'm short a few of those. And then their input, I did it the wrong way around. Okay. Their output, I want the input done first. That way the system kicks in. We want red, 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 red. Yes, it's going to make my power situation even worse. Technically, when you run out of power, the factory doesn't stop. It just slows down. So everything will be running less efficient. We want all the input, all the input, all the input, output, output. Turns out I only have 1 inserter left in my hand, at least. That's that research done. Okay, so research options. I'm going to get lubricant because it's part of the oil biome, so to speak. All right, then we're going to grab some basic ones. So personal battery. Personal battery goes into your armor, which we haven't played with yet, but we have already researched modular armor, which is like our next upgrade of armor, which we can actually customize and outfit and give ourselves a few little perks to go with our armor. Same thing we're going to get is the belt immunity equipment, which I desperately want. It means that inserts in your armor to prevent you being moved by transport belts. Wonderful. Next one is night vision. Night vision is an option for those that want to stay true to their word and they want to keep night on. So we're going to grab that as well, just in case they win in the votes. Next one is going to be inserter capacity bonus. So the stack inserters, which we researched up here, being the green inserters, the next level, they can move multiple items at the same time. So rather than flicking back and forth that these guys are and carrying one item at a time, they can carry 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can actually get extra researchers so they can carry more and more. The research after that gives you a stack inserter capacity of +1, but at the same time gives a non-stack inserter capacity of 1. So it means these guys can start moving 2 items at a time, which would be wonderful. So where was I? I was doing that one and that one. Okay, how many inserters? I've got 3 inserters. That's okay. It looks like the whole build's up and running. Yes. Hang on. Turn off the alt mode. You're not running, are you? You have no copper cable. It's because you guys can't output copper cable fast enough. Okay, small alteration in the blueprint. Again, if you go to my Discord, you'll find that these alterations, once I actually alter the master blueprint, are automatically published to my Discord. So, just a couple of tiny modifications, and then we should be good to go on red circuit. So that should make sure we've got more than enough copper cable. That one, that one, that one. Yeah, it was all designed around Tier 1 assemblers. Tier 1 assemblers, one little fast inserter is more than enough. After we go to Tier 2, Everything runs a little bit faster, therefore we need a little bit more oomph in our step. Anyway, as we were saying, so I want to... No, this is copper. I'll physically run the copper belts to here. Get that. That looks wrong. Yes, it is wrong. Down one more time. Thank you. Okay, copy, paste. We can see this no longer a full belt because we're not doing the right thing and having the the splitters push things down to the next belt. Also means hopefully, maybe if I'm lucky, those smelters have started running out. Nope, I was just lazy and didn't follow my reverse waterfall all the way through. Yeah. Okay. So, as you can see, after I do this, that belt is now full because we're forcing all the materials down. That belt is full. We're forcing the materials down. That belt's full. That belt's full. Great. So, red circuits I want to take back onto the bus. We have steel and coal right here, which we are going to continue through the bus. Are we going to continue coal? Do I need coal for anything else? That copper line which had a kink in it now there's a new kink in it. I don't know if I need coal for anything else. So you know what? We're going to put our advanced circuits right there. Bump, 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 bump. Okay. That one... I've done the same with the green circuits. I haven't put in all the splitters correctly for them to force things down to the next belt. Okay, you, there, paste. That's going to be awkward. Not really. We can just do it after the undergrounds. There and there. Done. That's happening. That's happening. This is not running fast enough. A lot of it's probably going to do with not enough power. Anyway. Okay, well, with us not having enough power and me obviously needing to go do something about our power grid between episodes, that's where I'm going to leave this episode. We have advanced circuits. We now have chemical science. We now have red circuits on our bus. We also... That is so wrong. Good job, JD. You did wonderfully. Okay, nobody saw that. So, we now have green circuits on our bus. We have plastic all the way up here, which we'll put in one of those as well. We have... Pick up the tree I left on the ground. We have brick on the bus for our next science pack. We have that one? Nope, that one. We obviously have to lay in just a few belts up the bus. Yeah, there's another belt there required. 4 belts. Yep, great. So there's a few things I need to do, which we're going to be doing in the next episode. Along with, now we have chemical science up and running, we can do a number of researches. And what else? It's going to be a little while before we worry about purple science being the next science after this. And it means we should be able to go fix power, add more to our chemical plants, to go over to advanced oil, hopefully be able to... Yep, both those copper lines are dead and dusted, so I don't have to worry about those anymore. So it means we can tap in 2 more iron lines here and actually get 4 lanes of iron, along with 2 lanes of copper after I go tap this and drag those up. So between episodes, I might do a few things, but either way, this is where I'm going to leave this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you're enjoying. Do hope you're learning something along the way. As I said, if you want access to any of the blueprints, you can grab the latest version on my Discord server. At the same time, as always, if you learned something along the way, the video helped you out, by all means, click the like button. Really, really appreciate it. Same time, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button, because our subscriber series that was meant to restart this week has actually been pushed back a week due to delays with me not having internet and all sorts of other problems in real life, which has meant it's been pushed back a week. But that's okay. In a week's time, it's going to be starting back up, and therefore, if you click subscribe, you're going to instantly get your 15 minutes of fame when eventually I launch off a rocket in Factorio with your name on it. With all that said, that's where we're going to end it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you're enjoying, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. All right, bye.